And so this will be a really neat match that we have set up. One of the participants, Thunder Rosa, in this women's match has really been turning heads in the last year.
Back from Japan.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, she just got back from a 3-month tour of Japan, went all over that country, made a huge name for herself, fell in love with Godzilla all over again while she was over there, if you've seen her Instagram or her Facebook account. But some of the knowledge that she picked up in Japan, I had an opportunity to speak with her when she
Making
came
her
back,
way to the
and
ring,
she is a
representing
completely
Phoenix Pro Wrestling from
devout
San Francisco,
person when it comes to professional
California,
wrestling. I have not seen the spirit of competition in her eyes since ever. She's a completely changed person.
Now, Lisa Lace has fought here before. She has not been wrestling nearly as long as Thunder Rosa, but she really impressed me. For somebody with that little experience, she seems to be learning so quickly, and she really made a huge impression on a lot of these fans.
This is going to be exciting. It was for Stardom that Thunder Rosa went to Japan. And some of the greatest female wrestlers working, Joshi Puroresu. You have Momo Nakanishi has worked there. Meiko Satomura has worked there. I mean,
the list goes on and on.
I mean, literally some of the greatest Japanese female wrestlers ever worked for Stardom, and Thunder Rosa got to work with them for 3 months, and she's back here, and the crowd loves her. The return of Thunder Rosa to Phoenix Pro Wrestling.
And her opponent making her way to the ring, fighting out of Tijuana, Mexico. She is the international sensation, the unstoppable Thunder Rosa.
When we first saw Thunder Rosa, she came out with Scoot Robertson. The next show, she came out and she wowed us with her skills in the ring. Now, 3 months later, after a tour of Japan, she is back in the Phoenix Theater, and she's here to show that she is the unstoppable Thunder Rosa.
Absolutely.
Can't wait to see this.
There's not enough adjectives I can use to describe just how changed Thunder Rosa was by Japan. Wrestling all over in famous buildings like Korakuen Hall, just a completely new outlook on life and on professional wrestling. And I can't wait for you. I'm so excited that you guys get to see this here tonight.
So Thunder Rosa, look at her getting mocked by Lace.
You know, I was really impressed with Lace's ring presence. For somebody so young, you usually don't command a ring that well so soon.
And we'll see what Thunder Rosa brought back with her from Japan with the rear waistlock takedown, and now she gets into that front chance frame. Look at the arm trap there with Lace trying to get loose, and she does into the wrist lock. So Lace trying to kind of spoil the return of Thunder Rosa here to the Phoenix Theater. And a top wrist loss, and look at her use the leverage there to bring it back into her body and get the reversal, and the top wrist lock now.
And look, now she's trying to bridge her back, trying to put her into a very precarious situation. But look at the neck strength there of Lisa Lace.
Lace trying to bridge her way up, and she does.
Wow.
When she get to a standing base, she can, and she'll go from behind to the hammerlock. Nicely done by Lace, but she'll go to the side headlock now as Rosa tried to squirm out of there. And it's going to be Lace trying to get control from a neutral base here. So nicely done by Rosa, going into her own hammerlock into the headlock, and now a headlock takeover. So Rosa trying to use chain wrestling, trying to get a couple of moves ahead of Lace. Lace with the roll up, only
Smart.
one.
See, that's what I'm talking about, the ring presence and the command of the ring. She knows exactly where she's at. She knew what way she could gain an advantage. Lace never stops impressing.
Well, you know, for me, this is a great opportunity for me to scout these two, as they're both going to be competing next week at the Lady Luck tournament for Gold Rush Pro Wrestling. An all-female tournament. It's going to be an exciting event in Pacific, California.
And Rosa has to be considered one of the favorites in that tournament as well.
Absolutely. Also, cheerleader Melissa making her debut for Gold Rush Pro Wrestling that night. That is going to be an epic night. But right now, it's all about what's going on inside that 20-by-20 ring. Lisa Lace in trouble. Arm drags there from Thunder Rosa. Now, here we go. Big hip toss takes her over. Looking for a pinning predicament. No, she's going to try and make her submit here.
And this is
grinding
a nice
that
little
knee
way.
right into the jaw.
That's a nice way to get a pinning predicament while also keeping control of your opponent. It's not just getting down there trying to use your weight. You get a different amount of weight in different areas. You have the arm bar on, your knee right across the side of the face, and now Lace battling back and going to the eyes, kind of sneakily there.
The eyes,
Rosa.
stomping the sensitive tops of the feet.
Well, the other thing that does, what we were just talking about, is that it by keeping your opponent grounded, they're not able to get their core and their full airways opened up at a huge vertical base, so they're not able to breathe. You cut off the circulation. There's a reason that when you first start training for professional wrestling, you spend weeks on cardio.
Right. And speaking of breathing and stopping breathing, she just draped Rosa's neck over that middle rope and had a seat, and now right to the stomach again, attacking the win. And now a forearm shot, and she's trying to bring Rosa out. Let's see what Lace has in mind here. Oh, a forearm to the back there, right between the shoulder blades, the scapula there. And now Rosa battling back. A whip and a reverse. Lace, oh, nice clothesline. That was almost, it almost looked like just a strike more than clothesline.
You could tell her dropping down to a knee, cutting low with that clothesline. She wanted to make sure that if Rosa ducked, she would be right there to meet her.
So a 2 count, and now going after that arm, and we've seen the arm work, both females going after one of the limbs, and now that forearm shot, that's a good one for Lisa Lace. And now she's gonna go right back to that shoulder block in the stomach into the corner, and she's really laying him in there.
Yes, she is. She is knocking Thunder Rosa off her feet and just sandwiching her between the top and middle rope. Oh, and now it looked like a palm strike right to the forehead.
That's what I was talking about, that almost looked like it was with the palm more than the clothesline. A whip in, and that's a nice side slam by Lisa Lace.
Beautifully executed, saying this is going to be it, but she's taken a long time to hook that outside leg. More than enough time for Thunder Rosa to get her wits to be able to kick out.
And you're a big proponent on hooking the leg, Eric. I mean,
big fan of leg hooks.
About to say, you're someone that really talks about how you have to try everything you can to get as much leverage.
Every extra inch you could get in a match. You never know what's going to finish a match.
And there, as they call it, the kitchen sink knee lift. And a sliding forearm to the face. Cover. 2, and only a 2 count. Wow, that was nicely done there by Lace. She is laying it in right now. Thunder Rosa is taking some shots in this match.
Well, you know that the eyes of the wrestling world, when it comes to women's wrestling, are starting to really turn onto Thunder Rosa. Everywhere she goes, she is going to make headlines on whether it's Gerwick.net, WrestlingInsider.com, wherever it is. The eyes of the wrestling world are going to find her. So this is a huge opportunity for Lisa Lace to make a name for herself, and she's able to get out of the way there of Thunder Rosa, and now goes back on the offensive, guys.
And this goes back to what I talked about with Lace, about her ring presence, her ring awareness. She knew where she was at. She knew what she was coming. Very good instincts.
You take a chance, and sometimes something like that can happen, and she misses the drop kick in the corner, and now Lace wrenching in that rear chin lock, trying to lean all that body weight over the back of Rosa's neck. You can see her leaning in there.
Yeah. Pressing Rosa forward.
Takes her down.
Making her breathe harder to get that air into her lungs.
I mean, when you lean down on someone, you force them face down on the mat like that, you're even putting more pressure on how they breathe. And now Rosa trying to battle back.
And Lace has already worked over her ribs with knees, shoulder blocks. I mean, she's just trying to take all of her wind away.
Shoulder tackle there, but look at her hold on to the hand. She's going to try and perhaps do it again. No, she's going to send Rosa in.
Rosa into the ropes.
Nope.
Stops her momentum.
Backslide, perhaps. Backslide, yes.
She gets it 1, 2,
and only a 2 count. And Rosa waiting. Oh, no, she catches the clothesline.
Here we go. Crucifix. 1, 2.
Only 2. Thunder Rosa.
A couple of quick pinning predicaments right here. Trying to get the offense. Oh, here we go.
Yes, the flipping sunset flip. 2. Oh, man, nicely done.
She didn't quite get all of that.
No.
You got to think if she was able to get it, that might have been
if that came off cleaner, that could have been it.
And Rosa ready for something else. There's a nice clothesline. Taking Lace's head off. Now a back elbow.
Targeting that chin right now, trying to find that knockout button right there.
And Rosa, oh my goodness, a basement drop kick to the solar plexus. Lace doesn't know where she is. The cover, 2, 2. Only a 2
I
count.
can't believe she kicked out of it.
Yeah.
You could tell that took it right out of her.
My goodness. You heard the oohs and ahs from the crowd there. Thunder Rosa. And now a forearm shot. And a shot to the gut by Lace. And now they're trading forearm shots. Lace with one of her own, and we've talked about how she's been laying them in.
Look at
Rosa returning fire.
Look at the face of Lisa Lace when she throws those strikes. She is mean. She is angry that she is in this predicament right now. And now you can see she's starting to get a little momentum. She's getting a little happier, a little excited because she's on a roll. But there we go, a nice roll out of the way by Thunder Rosa.
Now she goes up to the second rope. She's readying something.
Look at that
she
double
was readying
axe
the
handle.
double axe handle, got shot to the gut.
She
and
telegraphed it.
Yeah, butterfly DDT! Wow! Lisa Lace, cover 2. Oh, but look at the presence of Thunder Rosa to grab the bottom rope. She got spiked on her head with that double R DDT.
That's a learning lesson right there, a learning curve for Lisa Lace. You hit a high impact move like that, that is a put away, it is a kill switch. You gotta make sure you move them away from the ropes.
And look at the shots being laid in. No giving up here on Thunder Rosa for Lace. She's gonna keep
Her corner
coming.
knees are just brutal.
Into the corner. Oh, Rosa with the big kick.
Right on the sternum, and now a knee finds the chin and the sternum from Thunder Rosa, bringing her in full Nelson.
Oh, she could be riding that face buster. She got it.
Good night.
That could be done. And it is Thunder Rosa, unstoppable.
And your winner by pinfall, Thunder Rosa!
That was a tremendously competitive match.